what can you tell us about USDT? We heard top 3 in European Union. Care e un proiect cripto care îți place?
Salutare! Azi mergem la evenimentul Binance din Sibiu, unde o să întâlnim pe marketing lead-ul de la Binance, Ivan, și o să-i punem întrebări în special legate de USDT, ca să primim răspunsuri oficiale. Mulți dintre voi m-ați întrebat: Vlad, ce facem cu USDT-ul? Vindem? Mutăm în USDC? Ce se întâmplă? Azi o să aflăm direct de la sursă informații reale, fără fake news, fără nimic în plus.
Salutare! Suntem aici la evenimentul Binance din Sibiu. Suntem cu Ivan, marketing lead la Binance. Ce faci, Ivan?
Bună ziua tuturor! Scuzați-mă, nu vorbește limba româneză influent, deci eu sunt din Ucraina, dar eu învăț limba română de fiecare săptămână. România este o țară specială pentru mine. Eu avem niște relatives
super.
Din România. Și eu sunt în Binance mai mult din 5 ani. So I saw ups and downs of Binance. So probably, and eu sunt fericit cu azi, cum nostru avem un evenimentul în Sibiu cu colegii mei Eli și Andrei.
Bun, super, se pare că vorbește Ivan și în română, destul de bine pentru un om care nu e din România.
Înțeleg, dar nu vorbește fluent.
Da, dar de acum o să începem interviul în engleză, pentru că vorbește mult mai fluent în engleză și sunt sigur că și voi cunoașteți limba engleză. Okay, Ivan, so we will start with the first questions. I get these questions from my followers who ask me questions which I will forward to you. And most of the questions were related to USDT and the listing of USDT and stuff like this. So I think this will be the hot topic of today, which people want to get answers from you. So what can you tell us about USDT? I heard that it will be gradually delisted from exchanges for European customers, but I think I will let you explain us what happens with USDT and if people have to change USDT to USDC or other stable coins. And stuff like this. So please help us with this topic.
So I totally understand why people are worried, because like when we got used to some things, it's not that easy to change the way we operate on the market, especially. So USDT has been in the market dominating with 80% of the trading volume. That's why we are speaking about USDC. But it's important to keep in mind that apart from USDT, there are many other stable coins. FDUSD, for example, TUSD, and so on. So according to the MiCA compliance rules, which came into effect starting from the 1st July, if I'm not mistaken, this year, exchanges have to operate with authorized stablecoins. So far, based on what we know, and we are like trying to keep in touch and stay with in contact with all the stablecoins, only USDC is operating as an authorized stablecoin. We hope that more stablecoins will be able to meet these criteria, but we don't have any ideas how soon it will be. Like they will definitely know us earlier rather than users, so that we can prepare the marketing campaigns, inform the users, and so on. For Binance, it is important that we make every step as friendly as possible for users. The reason why is because we understand that this may cause some drama and worries from user side, the outflow, and so on. So the last thing we want is being the one who will cause the DPEG or something like that. So that's why for now our P0 focus is to support the liquidity for the stablecoin which is authorized. That's why we are trying to attract VIP clients to trade with USDC and partially delegate their assets and funds to support this liquidity, as well as the Euro stablecoin. Because I think that in Euro it is important that people got used more to Euro rather than dollars. In Romania I think it's totally okay, 50-50, but we do also trying to support the Romanian liquidity. That's why we did the integration with Trade Sylvania recently, and so on. So For USDC, it is what it is now. For other stablecoins, we'll just keep being informed, but I don't have any responses like, oh, definitely this stablecoin will not get a license, like, because everything is changing so fast in crypto that next week probably all of them will get, or like no one will get. The one thing I can assure you is that Binance is not planning to make right now any listings, unlike probably other exchanges which already did this in advance. We are gonna keep all like stable coins as the options to withdraw and sell until the last day we can legally, because we need to meet the criteria. It is impossible to buy, for example, unauthorized stable coins in Europe with bank cards at the moment, but you can sell. So you can not like get rid of that, but you can transfer, change it, optimize your balance. I think it's absolutely okay to hold like 50-50% diversified, yes, just in case, like to have some liquidity options.
I get a lot of questions like this. Vlad, what would you advise a good friend of yours if they ask you about USDT, USDC and stablecoins? And I often say like this, for now I'm not selling my USDT because it's not yet sure that they will not have the license. So for now I have most of my stables in USDT, which is still okay, and some USDC because the diversification is okay. And I think we will go with the flow. We will adapt as we get more information. So stay updated. On this channel we will let you know as soon as possible when changes come in this area. And of course Binance will inform the users about new changes. And what I think is important for people to know is that when one day, let's say a change is announced, let's say Binance will announce maybe the listing of USDT or something, let's say like this. People will have time. It will not be like in that second they have to sell. People will have some time, like I think enough time to sell the USDT, right? So it's not a panic move like sell now.
And it's not gonna be just Binance, for sure. Like, because there are many exchanges trying to be compliant and operating with the rules where they operate. In this case, in the European Union. So everything what we do is like it's done in advance. So we give time to users. We understand that some users are not active on the platform. They've invested, let's say, 3 months ago, 1 year ago, and they need more time to convert. In the worst case scenario, I think even if the user are not active or they miss the announcement, we will do this conversion automatically on their site.
That's a smart option.
So that's option. And like you asked me about whether I would recommend holding more of this or that token. Like, I'm not entitled as a Binance team member to recommend, but I think the clear response to this question would be users always looking for better opportunities financially, like what makes sense for them. So we are trying to incentivize users to adopt new cryptocurrencies and try different opportunities. That's why, for example, when it comes to earn product, where you can stake on Binance and lend your stable coins to those who want to borrow it, the APY is twice bigger for USDC right now in comparison to USDT. So it's 6 APY versus 3, something like that. It's constantly changing, but
I get
you got my point. Like, so that's probably the reason why more users would like to actually hold it at least short term.
As a conclusion, no need to panic. Even though USDT may be delisted at one point, you will have plenty of time, and even if you don't make it in time, maybe you will get auto conversion to other stable coins, and it's everything okay. And also for USDT, it's not a big problem for them that the European market will not use them anymore, because the European market for USDT, it's like 20% or so of their business. They have business also in other continents, so USDT will not crash, will not disappear, will just be delisted from the authorized exchanges for the European customers until they get the right license.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I think we covered everything on this subject. Let's go to the
Hopefully.
next. Yeah, I think we clarified everything, so let's get to the next question.
I can, for example, like promise you that we can later on hop online on the call.
Sure.
If there will be some extra questions in the comments, so leave your comments down below, and we can make the second version online later on once there will be more clarity.
Yeah, when we get also some more news, and we will answer those questions. Okay, so next question. What are Binance plans in the near future, next month? Any new things you guys prepare for us?
So I think that we are trying to experiment and at the same time optimize, because we've launched many projects for the past few years. Binance is well known for trying to make the revolution in the fintech industry, in crypto space in particular, but we've made our product, I think, a bit overcomplicated. So I believe that the standards, when I joined Binance in particular in 2019, and at that time, like first year of Binance, everyone was trying to copy the simplicity, that everything was so easy. And then the more products we added, the more complicated it became, both on app and on web. So the priority for the marketing team and for the product team is to optimize and simplify the user flow. CZ, for example, back in his day said that, like, I want to buy crypto in like just 2 clicks. So that's the plan, and that's how we made it possible. Now there are so many options to buy crypto, even on Binance, that's like users are confused sometimes. Which option do I choose? What is the best one? So we're trying to optimize and make your experience customizable. Like, we will push more products which you got used to on top, but we'll also let you know to explore something what we believe will be feasible to you in particular. And this is the priority for now. At the same time, we are trying to bring the existing products available on other exchanges on the new level. For example, pre-market. It is well known and popular based on our analysis, but it's all about the derivatives, so basically like pre-market futures. What we want to make with pre-market is like the real coins, like spot pre-market, before it's being potentially listed on any other exchanges. So this is the priority for now. And we're always thinking like in advance, probably 1-2 years in advance. So like what could be the trigger to make the 2x, 3x in terms of the user base? So we believe that probably we need to think about the next generation, people who are just students right now, or they're even younger, and what is the way they would like to operate. Or probably we need to think of even generations like father, mothers, and kids, so that they can increase the financial literacy and education, and how we can help them. Because the younger they may probably find out about the opportunities and learn about the risks at the same time in finance, the better for them will be. We'll get more like loyal, well-educated customers. So I cannot reveal like what kind of products we're thinking of, but you can probably guess what it's gonna be look like.
Yeah, I have a view about what is coming.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question from our viewers. When do you think that we will see the end or the peak of this bull market, in your opinion? Just an opinion.
Oh, I hear it quite often. You know, it's really hard to predict.
Of course.
I wish I could do that.
Nobody can really predict, of course.
Yeah, I only predicted it once for probably like a few coins. I think it was a coincidence. Okay. And generally, like, we never trying to predict. We definitely see way much more correlation with traditional markets nowadays, because like the liquidity which comes together with the ETFs, institutional funds, VIP clients entering the market is getting combined. So whenever something happens on the traditional fintech stocks markets, like some players on the market might be worried, and so they diversify and they have to cover the gap they lost in the stocks market by selling crypto, for example. So it's getting a bit tricky to predict. However, like non-financial advice, but my personal observation is that I'm a big fan of football. So whenever the World Cup happens,
oh really?
That's the period when the market is typically like red. So if you analyze like World Cup 2022, 2018, that was the year when like the market was in the downside. So maybe, who knows, the markets has to follow the like data from the past,
cyclical
but
stuff.
maybe, who knows, that might come. But definitely like the market is unpredictable at the moment.
Of course. So
What do you think?
what I think that the cycles will just repeat and they will be very similar. So based on this, we know that after 1 year to 1.5 years from halving, we have the peak of that cycle. So we are half a year away from the halving. I guess we have 6 to 12 months more room to grow until the end of this bull market. This is just based on the data we have from the past. We don't have any like magic globe to predict, but I think the markets are like a psychological roller coaster. So this is why we have cycles, and probably the cycle will be the same, just with diminishing returns, because of course the market is getting more mature and the volatility is getting a little bit lower, like risks are getting a little bit lower, but also the rewards are getting lower. So, in my opinion...
Anyway, I think we can agree that noi suntem optimists.
Of course. But if we look back since 2017 when I joined crypto, I was optimistic about crypto and Bitcoin and stuff, and until now I was right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I still continue to be right, to be optimist on crypto and Bitcoin and stuff. Okay, so this is the opinion on the next period for crypto. Okay, another good question. From your information or data, how active are Romanians in crypto compared to other countries? Also, which are the top most active countries in crypto from Europe or Eastern Europe? How are Romanians?
How do you think?
I know that Romanians like to gamble, so I would say that we are in a good spot, like maybe in the first 25% of the region or in Europe.
Do you think crypto is gamble?
Not really, but crypto without research is gambling, in my opinion. Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to study, they don't want to do research, and they view it as a gambling until they lose money and they start doing research and stuff like this. But just like a mentality, Romanians like risk and gambling. So I guess based on this psychological fact, Romanians may be in the first quarter of the countries.
I think definitely Romanians are in the top 30 across all like markets on Binance. Romanian users are very active in different products. I have to say that like if we take all European Union countries, then you are top 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, top 3 in European Union. That's good.
But I think the beauty of this and the reason why is also, I have to say, thanks to like people like you who educate and make the contents. Not everyone in Europe is following these steps. And we see that some markets don't have like key opinion leaders or like basically people who share their experience, and that's it. Like they're not allowing and they're not like proposing to copy and paste the format. They're just sharing their personal thoughts, and that's how the community is gathering around one topic. And I think this is one of the reasons. Like people are very open-minded, and they are excited. They are looking for opportunities, which obviously always comes in our lives. And that's the reason why I think users are quite active on all fronts. Sometimes we think that they could be more active, but it's obviously depends on the market trends and situations in the
market
local
sentiment
or economy.
Important. Okay, so we are top 3 in European Union. Romanians are top 3. We are on the podium. It's perfect. Yeah, thanks for this information. Let's see what we have next. Is Binance still number 1 exchange in the world? From what I know, since I joined Binance in 2017, it quickly became like the top exchange in the world, number 1. Is it still there?
Yeah, in fact, it became number 1 in 165 days, something like that. Like
yeah, I remember.
We have this number. Fast. It was really fast. I remember at that time I was not at Binance, and like I remember the days when like everyone was using Polonix, Bitfinex, and Bittrex at these days. So like myself, my friends, like
I was using Bitrex back then.
we at one day were like suddenly like moved all our assets on Binance.
Same here.
It was a big trend, and it was definitely getting a lot of tractions. And since that time, maintaining number one, despite everything. So I think that right now our market share is also around 50% in terms of the trading volume, a number of users, and by number of unique visitors. We track this data, and it's way much easier for new exchanges to acquire users from Binance right now. I think that's like we've done the big hard work for the past few years.
You educated the market.
But it probably became possible thanks to like my colleagues like Eli and Andre, because the more local people we have, the more local approach and knowledge we know, we utilize it on the market, and we speak to the partners. Like we partner with FC Rapid, Transilvania. We'll speak today with Elrond team. It's easier for us to be partners and simply like work in one direction. I think this trend, honestly, in my opinion, will continue, because I think Binance is in a favor of the fact that we've acknowledged all the mistakes we've made, and we have the clear future, unlike maybe other players on the markets, and it's way much easier for us to operate now. That's why, but again, market is unpredictable, so maybe, I don't know, in 1 month there will be a new Binance.
For now, Binance is number one exchange. I also use it since 2017. This is not a paid interview. I just wanted to interview Ivan so that you guys get to know information straight from the source. But for now, Binance is number one. I use it every day. And let's see if we have more questions. Okay, last question. This will be in Romanian language.
Okay.
Care e un proiect cripto care îți place?
Nu pot să spun proiect, dar îmi place real yield assets, care este BNB.
Okay.
Like when you reward holders for holding the BNB, it's kind of like getting the sense to hold some assets, and we can speak about many projects following this trend. I have more conviction and like reasons to hold these coins, and I'm not really bullish on like things like AI, gamify, because trends comes to arise, go up and down, so it's complicated. Yeah, probably like real yield is my favorite.
Good. So we also have an opinion from Ivan. Thanks for giving us the information. It was a pleasure, and maybe in the next months we will do another interview and talk about whatever USDT and what other questions my viewers have.
Yeah, likewise. I'll be in Binance Blockchain Week in Dubai in the end of October. So if anyone is coming from Romania, say hi.
I will also be there in Dubai at the conference, so you will meet us both there. It will be in the 1st of November or something.
And probably someone else.
Okay. Someone else. A guy we all know, right?
I don't know.
Oh. Scrieți în comentarii cine credeți că s-ar putea să vină la Binance Blockchain Week în Dubai peste vreo 3 săptămâni. Bun, ok.
La revedere.
Salutare.
Și dacă tot am vorbit aproape jumătate de oră despre Binance, haideți să vă spun și despre noul proiect care apare pe Binance și unde puteți să vă puneți BNB-ul la treabă, la staking pe Launchpool, ca să farmați scroll tokens. Încă o zi, două mai este deschis acest farming și haideți să vă zic un pic 2-3 cuvinte despre proiect. Noi am mai vorbit pe Twitter-ul meu despre acest proiect, unde v-am zis despre airdrop-ul lor. Dacă ne uităm aici la mine pe Twitter, am câteva postări, începând cu martie 2024, am postat despre airdrop-ul lor. Avem o grămadă de informații complicate pe aici, nu o să vă bag în ceață cu informații tehnice de genul ăsta, că nu ne interesează foarte mult. Vedem că avem un 19% initial circulating supply, adică 90% din token o să fie în prima zi disponibil, unlocked, să zic așa, traduibili pe exchange. Binance Launch Pool Allocation 5,5% o să primească. Probabil o să vă întrebați dacă cumpăr acest token la listare. Ce mai probabil nu, doar dacă văd că este foarte, foarte undervalued, să fac o speculă, un swing trade. Cam asta am mai făcut cu unele proiecte lansate pe Binance Launch Pool, dar în general nu plănuiesc să cumpăr. Vedem aici misiunea proiectului este să aducă miliarde de useri în ecosistemul Ethereum-ului. Practic, vor să fie cel mai secure Layer 2 pe zona asta de Ethereum și haideți să vedem dacă mai găsim vreo informație relevantă pentru noi în momentul de față. Vedem cum sunt tokenii împărțiți. Ecosystem and Growth 29%, 17% s-au alocat către investitori, pre-sale, private sale, seed rounds și așa mai departe. Și vedem unlock-ul, cum se va desfășura. Asta e o informație bună pentru cei care vor să investească. Trebuie să fiți conștienți despre modul în care tokenii inundă, între ghilimele, piața și cam așa o să se întâmple. Vedem până peste un an de zile, unlock-urile sunt destul de mici. Nu o să vedem unlock foarte mare. Este un model pe care îl vedem la majoritatea proiectelor mari lansate pe Binance. Probabil chiar Binance-ul le cam spune cum să facă tokenomics-ul, după care vedem că începe un unlock destul de intens. De ce fac proiectele astea? Pentru că dacă ei în primul an de zile se pun pe picioare și încep să crească și să aducă cerere pe moneda lor, de aici încolo cererea probabil o să facă față sau o să depășească unlock-ul, adică volumul de tokeni care intră în piață, sau varianta a doua negativă, nu reușesc să facă față și atunci oricum tokenul este un fail, o să mai vină și tot în locul ăsta și atunci o să fie un fail garantat. Dar sunt unele monede care după un an de zile, deja ele sunt puse pe picioare între ghilimele, ajung să au cerere din ce în ce mai mare, fac treabă bună și cererea acoperă această inflație de token care vine odată cu unlock-ul. Așa că dacă aveți BNB, nu uitați, puneți-l la produs, între ghilimele, pe Binance Launch Pool, intrați acolo și farmați token scroll.